Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. So we've got something to talk about today, and I mean really talk about, because the Indiana Fever just walked into New York and walked out with a 109-99 win over the New York Liberty. And yeah, I know, it's preseason. We've all heard it 100 times. It doesn't count. Don't overreact. But let me tell you something. There are things you can take from a game like this, and there are things you absolutely should be paying attention to, because this wasn't just a win. This was a statement, at least for stretches of this game. Now, coming into this matchup, there was a lot of hesitation. A lot of people, myself included, were looking at this Liberty roster and thinking, okay, how exactly is Indiana going to deal with that? I mean, the size alone is ridiculous. Length everywhere, arms everywhere. It's like trying to score in a forest. Every passing lane, contested. Every shot, altered. It's not easy basketball. And right out of the gate, Indiana didn't care. They came out aggressive, fast, confident, pushing the tempo, moving the ball, spacing the floor. And for a moment there, it genuinely looked like they were about to run the Liberty out of their own building. That's not an exaggeration. That's exactly how it felt watching it live. And a big part of that, the identity. When this team is running and gunning, when they're playing fast, playing free, that's when they look dangerous. That's when things click. You've got Caitlin Clark out there pushing pace, finding shooters, pulling up from deep, creating chaos for the defense. That's the version of this team that works. But then, here it comes again, the slowdown, every single time. It's like clockwork. The Fever get momentum, they're flying up and down the floor, everything's working, and then the brakes get hit. The game slows down. Half-court sets, less movement, less rhythm, and suddenly the other team starts creeping back in. And you sit there watching like, why? Why take away the one thing that's clearly giving you the edge? Now, to be fair, context matters. This is preseason. Rotations are weird, minutes are uneven, and yes, Stephanie White did leave the starters out there longer than the Liberty did. That's important, because once those Liberty starters started coming off the floor, the dynamic shifted a bit. Still, when it was starters versus starters early on, Indiana looked sharp, really sharp. Now, let's talk about the elephant in the room, size, because it showed. Oh, it showed. The Liberty's length caused problems, straight up. When you've got that kind of height and wingspan rotating in the paint, contesting everything, it's going to expose weaknesses. And Indiana right now, they've got a lack of size, a lack of true interior presence, especially with key players sitting out. No Aaliyah Boston in this game. That's massive. That changes everything defensively and on the boards. But at the same time, the Liberty weren't at full strength either, so it kind of balances out, at least on paper. But what it does highlight is a structural issue. When Indiana faces teams with elite size, they're going to have to compensate with speed, shooting, and decision-making. They cannot afford to slow the game down in those situations. That plays right into the opponent's hands. And that's where the frustration starts creeping in, because you can see what this team could be. You can see the blueprint. It's right there. Fast pace, ball movement, perimeter shooting, transition offense. That's the identity. That's the path forward. And every time they drift away from it, you feel the drop-off immediately. Now, let's get to the moment everybody's talking about. Caitlin Clark. Because yeah, she played. Sort of. But that's not what people are focused on right now. It's what she was wearing, the back situation. You saw it, I saw it, everybody saw it. Late in the game, she's on the bench, warm-up jacket on, and underneath, something around the lower back area. And immediately, people start asking questions. Is it a back brace? Is it a heating pad? Is it precautionary? Is it something more? And look, I'm just going to say this plainly. That looked like a back brace. If you've ever dealt with back issues, tightness, spasms, anything like that, you recognize it instantly. The way it sits, the way it wraps, it's familiar. And maybe it's nothing serious. Maybe it's just tightness, maybe it's preventative. But here's the issue. Nobody else had one on. So you can't just brush it off completely. You can't just say, oh, it's nothing, and move on like it didn't happen. Because it did happen. And when it's your franchise player, people are going to pay attention. And let's be real for a second. the Fever don't exactly have the benefit of the doubt right now when it comes to transparency. Last season, a lot of day-to-day, a lot of vague updates, a lot of situations where fans felt like they weren't getting the full picture. So now, when something like this pops up, people aren't just going to sit back and blindly accept whatever explanation comes out. They're going to question it. And honestly, that's fair. Now, does this mean panic? No, not yet. But it does mean awareness. It means you keep an eye on it. You watch how it develops. You see if it shows up in the next game. Because back issues, those don't just disappear overnight. So yeah, that's something to monitor moving forward. But bringing it back to the game itself, Indiana got the win, and that matters, even in preseason. Confidence matters. Momentum matters. Seeing things work on the court, that matters. You saw flashes of what this team can be. You also saw the flaws, the inconsistency, the size disadvantage, the coaching philosophy clash with the roster's natural strengths. All of it was right there in one game. And that's why this was actually a valuable watch, because now the questions are clearer. Can this team fully commit to a fast-paced identity? Can they survive against bigger, longer teams? And most importantly, is Caitlin Clark fully okay? Those are the things that matter going forward. Anyway, that's where I'm going to leave it for today. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Did you see the same things? Are you concerned about the back situation? And do you think this team should just fully lean into the run and gun style? As always, appreciate you for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.
To Mitchell, fires, connects on the three. Clark takes the three and drills it.
Oh my!
Swatted from Raven Johnson. She's a beast on the defensive end. Walker Kimbrough.
Big body! I like that! Big body!
Cunningham puts it in. That was too easy. Timmons creates space and drills it. It's into the three. Yes, ma'am. The Fever are hot.